Let me talk about the other candidates. Thailand is very much ladylike. She was finesse to the highest level. Miss Venezuela, and that's true. Miss Venezuela is Miss Venezuela. She came out with that commanding presence that you don't remember others anymore. You just remember a magnificent girl coming out of the stage that she just magnetized you. So that's how a powerhouse candidate should present herself. That's how A-list handlers should handle their candidates. It's on point. Everything was very organized. She was very queenly. She had the strong, captivating aura that night. That during that portion, all you would think of is a new crown for Venezuela. India was, remember my previous vlog? She was one of the scariest candidates. Don't get me wrong, the international viewers is just, I was referring to this Pinoy, how do you say it, Pinoy phrase? When we talk about the enemies that our candidate must battle, sila yung kinatatakutan mo. Kasi sila yung kinatatakutan ko. They are the candidates who I'm very much afraid of because they might steal the spotlight and the chance for that crown, for Miss Philippines. That's what it's all about, the scary thing. So I was afraid of India because I thought she was one of the 5 strongest candidates that might block Chelsea's way to the crown. But during the preliminary competition, Miss India from the top 5, she's just gone. She's just nowhere of my list in the swimsuit round. I just want to be honest with our Indian friends that she's just like that. I was a bit frustrated because she was very charming. She was very strong during some pre-preliminary activities. Or maybe she just looked better when she's up close, when the shots are closer or zoomed in, the pouting of her lips, the smile, the look, the eye movements, maybe. But during that time, she's just a candidate, an ordinary candidate presenting herself. I didn't see a shape. I didn't see sexiness that I saw once, that I saw before. During the gown, there's no doubt, her gown was one of the best. But the makeup, from afar, or maybe from the point of view of people like me who was just watching from our laptops or MacBooks, the makeup was bad. The freshness clearly deteriorated. That's it. So, please wait for my list. I can tell you now if she makes my top 30 or not. But I'm always aware of India's greatness when it comes to Q&A. They're always full of wisdom. They're always full of quotations, sort of that. So who knows? Maybe she tops the list during the preliminary interviews. And it's not beyond possibility because we know Indian girls, Indian beauty queens, they are always full of beautiful words to say. Dominican Republic looked a bit arrogant, maybe because maybe that's the impression that she created. A lot of negative things surrounded her. I don't know, she's strong. I mean, if there are top 3 during the swimsuit round, if I would mention the top 3, she would be in. She would be included in my top 10 for the gown. She did a solid performance. She just looks very aggressive in a negative way. Sort of a villainess in a telenovela. Sort of that. But without considering those negative factors, she delivered a strong performance during the Chile's neck was also missing. It looked short. So maybe she should do some, like Miss Netherlands. Is it Miss Netherlands who did that coiffed gorgeous hair? So she should consider that during the final round, during the finals. She's a superstar. Maybe not just, maybe in their country she is already a superstar. But here in the Miss Universe platform, in the pre-preliminary activities, I always see her. I think she always shines, and she has that superstar aura because she entertains people. She was a celebrity among these pageant candidates, among the Miss Universe candidates. She was a great singer, and that's what makes her stand out all the time, most of the time. So, with that attention, much attention that she's garnering, not just from the community, from the pageant community, but from her sisters themselves within the Miss Universe 2024 pageant and the whole organization, I think she would be a welcome treat to the Magic 12 up. Denmark. Denmark is a possible winner. And it's just okay, There has never been a European girl who won Miss Universe since 2016. And I think she could very well represent the organization to the whole world, to the whole universe. And it's the right time for her country to win. I think they have never won Miss Universe pageant. She's the bombshell of the competition. She is a Hollywood, a Hollywood royalty when it comes to her looks. And I want her to win. I want her to win as well. Who else? Brazil. I was looking for Brazil's voice for change, but I just couldn't find it. If there is no voice for change, and if her profiles and photos are not as scattered as other candidates' photos and videos, then she must have been unpopular in general. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I liked her. She was one of my 5 strongest pre-preliminary, and I think she would still come out strong if they will give a spot to a full-bodied woman like Trinidad and Tobago. I like Trinidad and Tobago. I think she would make the cut. So they should also consider Miss Brazil, because aside from that pretty face, aside from being a mom and still hot as she is now, I think they should consider her also for her very slim body. She exudes sexiness. I like her. I think she would make a big splash on the Miss Universe stage come finals night. I think there would be more black beauties or women of color in the Magic 30, more than ever. Possible, it's not impossible, I mean, to see 5 black girls in the top 12. Who knows? Mexico will be in. It's not just because her country is a host country, but because she's queenly. Her every move is like being studied carefully. It's like it's a product of that rigid training. It's well calculated. Well calculated. Who else? Puerto Rico, also Argentina. I think Argentina will be in. Osmel Sousa was, well, I don't want to connect that just because Osmel Sousa handled Miss Argentina before, and then Miss Argentina would make it. No, it's just that it's a strong backup to her hunting for the crown. Who else? Zimbabwe. Oh my God, she has had a lot of pageants before, so I'm very confident she'll make it. Miss Nigeria, I'm not really that sure. She's got a pretty face, but that beautiful face just fades in the midst of beautiful faces. I think among the black women, Somalia was also pretty. I think among the black women, it's not just because I'm a Filipino, but I think Chelsea had the most beautiful face among the women of color candidates. That face value. If Philippines made the top 5, she will be the next Miss Angola, Leila Lopez. Who knows? Miss USA, don't take Miss USA for granted. That's Miss USA. She looked at times as if she belongs to the Jackson family. Yeah, there is a sort of similarity. But with that big mouth, she looks beautiful on me. She looks gorgeous for me. Who else? Oh my God. Just like the previous pageants, it is very hard to tell really who would be the next Miss Universe. Unlike last year that you had the solid Thailand-Nicaragua tandem that might steal the crown. And in 2018, when Catriona Gray was clearly the early favorite until the finals night, and she was miles away from her competitors. So in 2022, I was also very clear of my top three. Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and USA. But this time it's like when Mexico won Miss Universe in 2019 or 2020? 2019. In 2020, I was solid with Miss India, closely followed by Paraguay. But this year, oh my God, you just can't tell. There are lots of possible girls who might win it. You know, Chile, Dominican Republic, Netherlands, Thailand, Philippines, Brazil, Mexico, a lot of girls. Oh my God. So I will just base my choices from their preliminary performance, solely from their preliminary performances. And I would watch some interviews to come up with my solid top 12, or my top 30, and then my solid top 12, and my top 5, and my winner. Yeah, and I hope I can please majority of you. I hope we have the same choices. I'm sure you also have a hard time determining who will be the next Miss Universe, or the top 5, and we're all together in that hardship. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, my top 30, my top 12, my top 5, and my new Miss Universe. Let's go.